we're going to fillet Northern Pike. Up here at Tazin Lake Lodge, this is one of our staples, Northern Pike and lake trout. So we're going to show you how to take the Y bones out. I'm just going to start by a slit across the belly, just to get down to, so we can take off this strip of belly meat. So the belly meat is kind of a fatty meat, so usually we take it out of the way and it just makes it much easier to fillet it. Next cut, we're going to go straight down, right up to the backbone. You're going to turn your knife, slide your knife down along the backbone, all the way down, staying right in contact with the backbone so you get all the meat off there. Slide it all the way to the end of the tail. So we're going to flip it over, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Kind of on an angle, just behind the back of the gill plate. Down to the backbone, turn the knife, slide it all the way along. If you got a good sharp knife too, you can pretty much just slide it, you don't even really have to cut much. Some people cut around the rib bones, other people cut through it. I just cut through it. It's quite a bit faster my way, but there's the carcass. There's absolutely no meat left on it, right? Now we're gonna take the rib bones out. I usually just give it a quick wipe with my knife because it cleans it off. You can find the edge of the rib bones. You wanna kind of cut like this, and then once you're under them, you're gonna cut back up. So we're gonna slide our finger, slide it along like this. Just at the same angle the bones go. Just like that. And basically, you don't want to saw with your knife, you're just going to slide it along. So as soon as we can get underneath that rib bone there, it's giving us a little grief here. I see, yep. There we go. And once again, just slide it along. So now the rib bones are out. Next thing we're going to do is take out the Y bones. Once again, clean it off with your knife. You can see this line of Y bones that runs right down here. We're going to cut down along those Y bones. Just up to the bones. You don't want to apply a lot of pressure here because you'll end up cutting through the Y bones. Once you get your first slit, then you can feel exactly where those Y bones are. So from there, now we're going to start here and we're going to work our way back, following the angle of the Y bones, so we can get all the meat off without wasting any, but getting rid of the Y bones so we can get rid of that chunk so we don't have to try and pick those out when we're eating, right? I usually just flap that over. You can see the white of the Y bones right across there. So the next cut, right to the center line, we're going to go just underneath it on the same angle back towards the Y bones. Slide right up underneath there. Once you get your first cut, you just slide till you feel the bones and you can kind of lift them up and get your knife under there right to the end of where they are. Just like that. This last little bit here, take that off, and that should be now a boneless fillet. I like to leave this piece intact. Some people cut it off. Either way, it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect the quality of the meat. So to skin it off, typically I'm just going to give just a little slit down, so it gives me a little bit of a finger hold here. Turn your knife flat. It's important to have it so your knife handle can go beyond what you're working on. You don't want to be trying to do it like this because then you got to put a bend in your blade. If you can do it like that, then your handle's down, you get your knife blade flat against whatever you're doing. So typically what I'll do is just slide it along for a few cuts and then you can just pull it. You're able to just slide along there, keeping that all the way down. In Saskatchewan, the requirement, if you're going to transport the meat, you have to leave a 1 inch by 1 inch piece of skin attached to the meat. And typically I'll just cut it across and leave a little bit of a tab so you can just pull it off if you get home. Here we're going to eat it right now. We're going to do shore lunch in a couple minutes, so this is we don't have to leave any skin on. So basically when we're finished off, that's what it looks like. We're going to get that washed up nice and clean and be ready to go and eat.